Sakshi.
Good evening. How are you?
How are you?
All well. You tell me, Scotchy.
All good.
Today is our second day of introduction, and tomorrow we start our practices.
Okay. Looking forward.
You need to get a journal to write your gratitude.
I have it.
Perfect.
Hmm. So how many of we?
At the moment, three.
Acha. Prachi, this is very similar to that, what is his name? Deepak Chopra, na? Even he does something
Deepak
like
Chopra
this.
is inspired with this book.
Okay, okay, okay.
His thing came in much later. It's
Yeah.
inspired by this.
Okay, okay. Because I've done that as well.
21 days of something, no?
Yeah. 21
Abundance or
days
something
of
he calls it. Even I've
gratitude.
done that.
Okay.
They're all similar, Scotchy. The idea of spirituality is not Latin rocket science. It's just that we have to kind of get
Absolutely.
involved.
Yeah. Something, I mean, yeah. It's a
Hmm.
journey. It's a learning journey. And
Yeah, it's a learning curve.
we,
We'll keep going up and down, up and down. It's not like
yeah,
upwards only.
absolutely right. Because we forget, we tend to forget, we tend to not follow the same things.
Yeah, yeah.
The routine gets upset. And then, like, yeah, it's like a up and down. Absolutely.
Hmm. We'll wait for another 2 minutes and then we'll start. Hi, Sonakshi. Hi, Tanisha.
Hello.
I think I'm waiting for Shalu, or should we
Hi.
start? So many people have shown interest. I think we need to inspire people to come.
Prachi, I wanted to ask you, is it okay if I'm sharing these sessions with my friends and family?
Absolutely, sweetie. Just share with whoever you want.
Brilliant.
They can subscribe on the channel and just get their own notifications. That's okay. You can share. That's just perfect. The idea is we actually the idea was for us to integrate together and meet up often, but I think Shalu can't come, and so let's start. All right. So today we are introduction day number 2. Bring the magic into your life. So it's all about this is a kitchen scene typically, but it's very easy to bring magic into your life. So let's start. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your current circumstances, the magic of gratitude will change your entire life. I have received letters from thousands of people in the worst imaginable situations who have changed their lives completely by practicing gratitude. I have seen miracles take place in health where there seems to be no hope. I've seen marriages saved and broken relationships transform into magnificent relationships. I've seen those in total poverty become prosperous. I've seen people in depression catapult into joyful and fulfilling lives. Gratitude can magically turn your relationships into joyful and meaningful relationships, no matter what state they are in now. Gratitude, I'm sorry, this is a little, can miraculously make you more prosperous so that you have the money you need to do the things you want to do. It will increase your health and bring a level of happiness beyond what you've ever felt before. Gratitude will work its magic to accelerate your career, increase success, and bring about your dream job or whatever it is you want to do. In fact, whatever it is that you want to do or have, gratitude is the way to receive it. The magical power of gratitude turns your life into gold. As you practice gratitude, you will understand why particular things in your life may have gone wrong and why certain things might be missing from your life. As you make gratitude a way of life, you will wake up each morning so excited to be alive. You will find yourself completely in love with life. Everything will seem effortless. You will feel as light. Okay. You will feel as light as a feather and happier than you've ever felt before. While challenges may come, you will know how to overcome them and learn from them. Every day will be magical. Every day will be filled with far more magic than when you ever felt as a child. So very simply, I can see with testimonials I've had with so many people. When people are having a rocky marriage, when people are having frustration, depression, tension, maybe physical, mental health, everything goes completely in a different realm the minute they have this world of gratitude. So I've personally seen people get out of depression, people who've been very, very joyful, people whose children have done so much better, people who personally had a good change in their lives. So gratitude definitely accelerates, and that's why we all are in this journey where all of us are looking forward to enter. So it's a very simple question about this is Rhonda Burns posing a question to all of us. Is your life magical? You can tell right now how much you have actually used gratitude in your life. Just take a look at all of the major areas in your life: money, health, happiness, career, home, and relationships. The areas of your life that are abundant and wonderful are where you have used gratitude and experiencing the magic as a result. Any areas that are not abundant and wonderful are due to a lack of gratitude. It's a simple fact. When you're not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. You stop the magic from continuing in your life. When you're not grateful, you stop the flow of better health, better relationships, more joy, more money, and the advancement of your job, career, or business. To receive, you have to give it. It's a law. Gratitude is giving thanks. And without it, you cut yourself off from the magic and from receiving everything you want in life. So I don't know how many of you will agree. The minute you're grateful for things, things start looking up all of a sudden. It's like, something lights up and things start moving. And the minute we're ungrateful, things start dipping lower and lower and lower. And that's with all part of our being. So if we are finding something challenging in our life, we need to realize that, okay, this is where I'm stalling and I need to add my gratitude. For example, if it's to do with your partners, if something is not going right with him or her, you need to be so much grateful for the right attributes he or she has. And all of a sudden you'll find a total change of, paradigm, and his or her nature will change. You'll just find a better part of him or her. Similarly with the children or parents or even at work front. I experienced this and it's absolutely transformational. The bottom line of gratefulness is that when we are not grateful, we're taking things in our life for granted. When we take things for granted, we are unintentionally taking from ourselves. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if we take something for granted, we will be taken from as a result. Remember, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. So very important for all of us to understand that we are in this zone of gratitude, and it always says the more you give, the more you get. So if somebody's sharing the sessions with their loved ones, more magics are going to come in their life, obviously, because they are the givers right now. So when they give, they're automatically going to receive. So they're opening the doors and windows to gratitude. So very, very important. When you want to open the doors and windows to abundance, you have to practice gratitude. And the more you give, the more you get. It's a simple formula. Most certainly, you have been grateful at various times in your life. But to see the magic and cause a radical change to your current circumstances, you have to practice gratitude and make it your new way of life. So all of us from tomorrow, I think we're going to be increasing our gratitude muscle in our bodies by practicing gratitude with the simple practices that Rhonda Byrne will be advising us from day to day. Let's understand the magic formula. Ibn Khalauddin ul Muqaddam, born in 1332, crossed over in 1406, who was a scholar and statesman, stated, "Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it." So all of us should understand that we're all in a spiritual journey, whether we know or whether we don't. Everything about us around us is spiritual. If you see in a ballpark figure, we all learn things, we all are wise, we know a lot, but the only problem that lies is our implementation. How much are we practicing? Very often we practice and we see results, and then we kind of dwindle down and we fall off track. And then again, the back old grind of sadness or whatever, not so worthy comes in. And then you're like, oh my God, I've slipped. The best part about spirituality is you keep going up, you keep coming down, and you keep going up. But if you're consistent, it's an upward journey. In the world of gratitude, once we enter this world, I hope to God that none of us come back. I can say with particularly my example, I wrote my gratitude for 782 days continuously, and then I stalled for a week. So I went back to day one. And that 1 week was a very dark period in my life. But I never realized until my daughter had pointed it out to me. So very important for us to be at it. So let's read this further. Ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth magic, a person must first say the magic words. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way. And first, you must say the magic words, thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the words thank you are for your life. To live in gratitude, to experience the magic in your life, thank you must become the two words that you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. You need to become your identity. Thank you is a bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams. The magic formula. First, deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you. 2, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you, the more gratitude you feel. Third part, the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. Gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel it as much as you can, because it's the force of your feeling that accelerates the magic in your life. So no matter how many affirmations we write, no matter how much we say, no matter how much we do, the crux is emotions. The crux is feelings. If we can really feel it, we can hold it in a hand. It's as strong as that. Now, feeling is what brings the magic from the other realms into this life of ours. So if we're practicing gratitude and we are trying to feel it also, there we are. Newton's law is 1 for 1. What you give, you receive equally. That means that if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the results in your life will expand to be equal to your feeling. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are, the faster your life will change. I hope we are kind of clear on this particular formula. Is everyone clear?
Yep.
Yeah, super. Any doubts, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask. It's all just us. When you discover how little practice it takes, how easy it is to incorporate gratitude into your daily life, and when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to live. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot every day, your life will change dramatically and in ways that you can hardly imagine. So all of us should understand one clear thing, that we have to practice as much as possible, because that's when the magics are really, really going to come. Now, this is about the magical book, which is this book that we're reading. So it's a library, it's a living room setup with the magic book open and a lot of magic coming in. If anybody wants to read, you can raise your hand or you can just start. Meanwhile, I can read if that's okay. John F. Kennedy, the 35th president of US, born in 1917, who crossed over 1963, said, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them." So very simply, all of us are going to live by gratitude. We're going to feel the gratitude and we're going to make our life so much more magical. In this book, there are 28 magical practices that have been specifically designed so that you learn how to use gratitude's magical power to revolutionize your health, money, job, and relationships, and to make your smallest desires and your biggest dreams come true. You will also learn how to practice gratitude to dissolve problems and transform any negative situation. You will be captivated while you read this life-changing knowledge, but without practicing what you learn, the knowledge will slip through your fingers. And the opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life would have gone. To practice this doesn't happen, to ensure this doesn't happen to you, you need to practice gratitude over 28 days so that you can impregnate your cells and your subconscious mind with it. And then will it change your life permanently? And only then it will change your life permanently. The practices are designed to be completed over 28 consecutive days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and a new way of life. Practicing gratitude in a concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic take place in your life and fast. Within each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous ways. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have the life you've dreamed of. The first 12 practices use the magical power of gratitude for what you have now in the present and for what you've received in the past. Because unless you're grateful for what you have and what you've received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. These first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. The next 10 practices use the magical power of gratitude for your desires, dreams, and everything you want. Through these 10 practices, you will be able to make your dreams come true and you will see the circumstances of your life magically change. The last 6 practices take you to a whole new level, while you will be saturating gratitude in every cell of your body and mind. You will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people, dissolve problems, and improve any negative situation or circumstance you may encounter throughout your life. You don't need to clear your calendar because each one of the practices has been specifically created to fit into your everyday life, whether it's work days, weekends, holidays, or vacations. Gratitude is portable. You take it with you wherever you go, and then wherever you go, the magic happens. If you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. Ensure that you don't reduce the magic. If you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practice again from there. So very important for all of us to understand, ek bhi din ka practice if we miss, no, we have to retract back to 3 more days. So if I am on day 4 and I miss day 4 by whatever chance, I have to start again from day 1. So I will always have a backlog. So I would say, please schedule that half an hour, 20 minutes every single day to practice the practice for the day, which will come from tomorrow. Some practices are designed for the morning and others are designed to do throughout the day. So read each day's practice first thing in the morning. Some practices will need to be read the night before because they begin when you wake. And I will tell you what to do, when to do this. You might want to read the next day's practice every night before you go to sleep in order to be prepared. If you do, make sure to reread the practice again in the morning. If you don't want to follow the 20, this paragraph is actually for people who have done the magic book once. So it says, if you don't want to follow the 28 magical practices consecutively, you can also use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve. And you could do that practice 3 days in a row or every day for a week. Or you could do one magical practice a week or 2 practices a week. The only difference being it that it'll take you longer to see the changes in your life. So some people concentrate on health or some people concentrate on finances. They can probably do that throughout the week. But I've done that way also, and I've done 28 days consecutive magical practices. By far, the latter with 28 magical practice consecutively works like magic because you find that momentum. Usually, there's newness happening. It's a holistic, growth. Now, after we finish the journey, how do we continue to use magic in our lives? First thing I'll request everyone, if you've liked the book, maybe later, you can pick up a hard copy a soft copy, because nothing like having a magic book on your bedside. Let's read what we have to do about this. Once you've completed the 28 magical practices, you can use particular practices to increase the magic where or when you have a specific need, such as health or money, or if you want to receive your dream job, have increased success in your work, or improve a relationship. Or to continue the practice of gratitude, you can open this book at random, and whichever practice you open is the one you attracted. So it's a perfect one to do that particular day. At the end of the 28-day practices, magical practices, there are also recommendations of practices you can use in combination, which will accelerate the magic in specific areas of your life. The million-dollar question. Can you overdo gratitude? Never. Can your life become too magical? Hardly. Use the practices over and over so that gratitude seeps into your consciousness and becomes second nature to you. After 28 days, you will have rewired your brain and implanted gratitude in your subconscious mind, where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situation. The magic you experience will be your inspiration, because as you incorporate gratitude into your days, they will be nothing short of spectacular. So this is it. Now let's understand a very important thing. So I don't know how many of you know about that magic date of 2202-2022. There were 6 twos which happened on the 22nd. Now from that, the portal of manifestation had opened up, and it's open until the 15th of March in a very strong way, and 20th of March in a little lighter fashion. And within these days is when we are going to be writing our manifestation. So this chapter, which we're going to read now, what are your dreams? Read it carefully. And if possible, please do it, because I have always seen when I write down something and I see a couple of months later or a year later, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. So when the portals are open, when the cosmic radiation is very strong, the energy is very favorable for a manifestation. That time, this works like real magic. So do try and do these exercises, which we will read just about now. And any questions, of course, we will answer each other.
Sorry, Kashi, what's the last date you said? It's
15th of March is the strongest period, which is going to end. Till the 20th, there will be something which is like, like a trailing energy zone. But 15th is the most important.
Okay.
So Prachi, we'll start it now, or we're just reading it, Abhi?
No, we're just reading it. And after this, I will explain in case anyone has any doubt.
Okay.
So now what do we have to do? We are going to read that now. So what are your dreams? Many of the magical practices are designed to help you achieve your dreams. Therefore, you need to get clear about what you really want. Now, really want means as accurate as possible. Sit down with the computer or pen and paper and make a list of what you really want to do in every area of your life. Think through every detail of what you want to be, do, or have in your life, in your relationships, career, finances, health, in every area that is important to you. You can be as specific and as detailed as you like. But remember, your job is simply to list what you want, not how you're going to get or what you want. The how will be done for you when gratitude works its magic. If you want a better job or your dream job, then think about everything you want the job to be. Think about the things that are important to you, such as the type of work you want to do, how you want to feel in your job, the kind of company you want to work for, the kind of people you want to work with, the hours you want to work, where you want your job to be, and the salary you want to receive. Get very clear about what you want in your job by thinking it through thoroughly and writing all the details down. If you want money to educate your children, work out the details of the education, including which school you want your children to attend, the cost of the school fees, books, food, clothing, transportation, so you know exactly how much money you will need. If you want to travel, then write down the detail of the countries you want to visit, how long you want to travel, how long you want to travel for, what you want to see and do, where you want to stay, and the means by which you want to travel. If you want a perfect partner, then write down every detail of the characteristics you want that person to have. If you want improved relationships, write down the relationships you want to improve and what you want them to be like. If you want more health or an improved bodily condition, be specific about what ways you want to improve your health or body. If you want a dream home, then list every detail of what you want the home to be, room by room. If there are specific material things that you would like to have, like a car, clothes, or appliances, write them down. If you want to achieve something such as passing an exam, getting a degree, a goal in sports, succeeding as a musician, doctor, writer, actor, scientist, or business person, or whatever it is you would like to achieve, write it down and be as specific as possible. I would strongly urge you to find the time to maintain a list of your dreams throughout your life. Write down the little things, the big things, or what you want this moment, this month, or this year. As you think of the more things, add them to the list. And as you receive things, cross them off the list. An easy way to do a list of what you want to do is to divide into categories of health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, material things, and then just add the little things you want to add to each category. And you can also have some new categories which are not even in a part of these 6 categories. When you get clear about the things you want, you're giving a definite direction to the way you want gratitude's magical power to change your life, and you're ready to begin the most exciting and thrilling adventure you've ever been on. So tomorrow, I think, yes, tomorrow will be a different chapter. So okay. So now we have a couple of sections that we can write our manifestation, our dreams. Few thumb rules that I'll talk to you about them. Write your dreams as if you have them right now in the present, like affirmations. We will not use the words like I wish, I want. So say if by 2023 you want something, in 2023, I am enjoying this particular thing, this kind of a body, this kind of a holiday, this kind of a mental health, or whatever your dreams are. So everything has to be in the affirmation, and think about it in detail, and always have a couple of pages empty after each header. You may want to add something later. Now, this will be your go-to list whenever. It's not like today you write them and you forget about it. You can read about them once in a month, once in a week, once in 10 days, give them energy and, manifest them for growing more. But this time is very, very strong because the portals are open. So make the most of it and definitely write them down. Any questions about how to write them or whatever?
Prachi, this is like a vision board.
Yes, you can say so.
Yeah, so like vision board have pictures and all that, like, they're more, I don't know. So yeah, so this is very similar to that.
Yeah. And vision boards usually, my vision boards are inside my mirrors, because if I put them outside, my children will go gonky and what the hell is happening? So they're inside my mirror.
Yeah, so I want to ask you this. So where do you place your vision board? Because what I've heard is like the vision board should be right on your face, as in like you see it every day. Like, and it's in front of your eyes, and like wherever you go, whatever.
I at least open my Almirah thrice a day. First in the morning when you wanted to take a shower and you wanted to dress up, right?
Yeah.
Once in the night when you want to change your night clothes.
Yeah.
And sometimes in the middle you want to take out something or whatever. And even if not, if I'm home and not at work front, I tend to open it. I also have a soft copy of it on my mobile as well.
Okay.
So what I've done is mood boards I've done.
Yeah.
Health mood board. I just glance through them when I'm driving back from work or wherever in the car. So, why they say vision board is more attractive, because pictures resonate more, right? You can see them more.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, but otherwise, even written stuff, if you're a person who can visualize, it really works like magic.
Okay, so, it's okay that even if a vision board is in the bedroom and people are walking in and now then they see your vision board, oh my God, what are you doing? Oh, like, what is this? Like people question you, right?
Yeah, so my vision board was in my room for the longest of time. But my room was my haven on earth. Sometimes, like 2 of my friends came. So I have 3 paintings in my room, which are also part of my gratitude journal covers. So when they saw that, oh, we want to see the paintings, where are they? So they entered my room and, this is a vision board. My God, you have such big dreams. I'm like, yes, I do. So, but they were so close to me that it's okay for them to come into my room.
Obviously, only your close friends or a family only would enter your bedroom.
So my vision board is laughable. And I always go with Azim Premji's saying that if your dreams are not to be laughed at, they're not big enough. So I have big dreams and they all come true because, I think manifestation helps, your emotions help,
Yes.
and your clear view helps. So if you're vague about it, it won't work. For example, if I say I want 1 to 1 crores, but what do I want? The reason has to be clear. I want to do this with that money.
All right.
So, there's somebody I had given my money for interest, and he was a young guy, about 37, 38 years old, and he crossed over in COVID. I was like, 40 lakh rupees डूब गए मेरे तो, like people would say कि डूब गए रुपए, and Papa said कि नहीं अब तो वापस नहीं आने वाले, he's gone. I said, Dad, मेरे money कभी नहीं जाता, it's going to come for sure. So, in this book, there's a magical check. I wrote down 40 lakhs and I gave the date. Believe you me, his wife came on board. She had no idea about business. And in a month or two, she gave, and then she gave like in bits and pieces. Ultimately, the money came. So
Wow.
if you have the faith, if you believe in it, it's going to work. Now, if I say that, nazar lag jati hai mere vision board pe
हाँ,
log pe,
हाँ,
to nazar lagegi because that's my belief.
okay.
So what's my belief?
Okay, you have to
Log
change the
bolte
belief, like nothing is
log
gonna
bolte
happen.
hain, teen tigada kaam bigada. But
Hmm.
how can that be? Thank you. Also, they say thrice. Everything is thrice.
Yeah.
Past, present, future.
Okay.
How can two parents need to be there to make a child? 3. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Everything is in 3. Any chants, any shloks, Om Sai Ram, or whatever you say, they're all in the matter of 3. How
Mhm.
can 3 be something which is misleading? But why we have been taught this is because when you read this book further, you realize the world's 95% of wealth is held by 5% people. And they know the secret of gratitude. The
Hmm.
others are in a trap of, you read the newspaper first thing in the morning, which is some negativity. So how
हाँ.
do you start your first 3 hours? So first 3 hours of your day, define the day's flow. First 3 minutes you wake up, you should always be grateful for your sans or, your breath or whatever, blah, blah, your bed, a good night's sleep. Gratitude has to be the first thing when you wake up. Then 30 minutes ke andar, we should be writing our first exercise jo hum kal padhne wale hain, writing your gratitude. We should be doing that. And 3 hours, we keep it as constructive and positive. And rather than late ho raha, okay, I need to do this. Don't rush up. Enjoy that you have been blessed. And then you see your day unfold magically. Now that's the science. Let's do a short meditation before we call it a day. But any questions, please feel free to ask, yeah? Our back straight. Our feet firmly placed on the ground below or cross-legged. Our hands in a comfortable resting position on our laps. Eyes softly closed. And a warm smile on our lips. Let's take a deep breath in and fill ourselves with a lot of love and light. Feel the expansion, feel the growth. And ever so gently start exhaling, sharing your love and light with the world. Remember, the more you give, the more you get. Fill yourselves again with love. Take a deep breath in. And ever so gently, once again, exhale. And the last time, for the third time this evening, once again, inhale. Feeling the energy inside us. Let's share our energy as we exhale. Life is beautiful. Life is magical. Life is a journey of learning, unlearning. We all have come together to reprogram, rewire, and restart our lives with the feeling of gratitude. Let's feel this emotion deep within us. We all have been given so many beautiful gifts of life. In this life of ours, we have been given wonderful relationships, some sour, some sweet. But now, as we realize, we must expand on the goodness of what we have in the now and what we've been blessed with in the past. So let's look at our relationships and be grateful for each one, especially the good ones. If there's someone who disturbs you, at the moment, keep it aside. Let's be grateful for all the love that we've got, all the love that we've given, all the pampering we've got, all the pampering we've given, all the hugs that we've had, and all the hugs that we've given. Let's manifest a very beautiful, vibrant, loving set of family, friends, and loved ones. For that matter, even strangers. May our vibes become so magnetic that everyone gets attracted to our aura because we are making ourselves full of love, light, and gratitude. Now, let's look at our health. What are our health goals? Do we wish to go on an adventure? Do we wish to trot, dance, play with our kids? In a nutshell, be energetic and vibrant. What are your health goals? Fitness? Weight? Think about it. Feel the feeling of living in that body that you are manifesting. How do you wish your work to be? Working for someone or being an entrepreneur? How does it feel? What kind of relationships do you want at the work front? People working for you or you working for someone? Can there be compassion, empathy, love, and understanding? Can there be equality? Can we manifest that? What kind of satisfaction do you want? What do you want to accelerate? The profits, the growth, the culture? Think about it. What kind of holidays are you looking at? With your loved ones? Where do you desire to go? Which kind of hotels do you want to live in? Think about them. Enjoy the feeling. Maybe the gush of wind on your hair, or maybe the snow, maybe the cold wave, whatever you want. How do you see your finances to be? How much do you want to earn or have access to? Give the right figure that you think you need. And remember, the figure can grow later to a much bigger number. It doesn't matter. At the moment, what figure do you want as your income? See yourself spending extravagantly, lavishly, yet with a sense of love and pride and thankfulness. What do you wish to do with the money? Do you wish to give back to society a 10% of it to empower lives? If yes, think about it and be grateful that you are able to spend so much in uplifting lives, making your life much more meaningful, living for others and not just for you. If there are any personal dreams of yours which are not covered in any of the scenes of family or career or finances, think about them, manifest them, live them as if they've come true now. With a grateful heart, let's bow our heads in gratitude towards all the cosmic forces that are enabling our dreams to come true in this beautiful portal where everything is open. May our energy reach the right places. May whatever we manifest come true at earliest. Having said that, may we always know that the best is unfolding for us right here, right now, which is in the favor of our highest best and the highest best of all others. May the goodness prevail. May the doors of abundance open up like never before. And now, let's be grateful to our universe by expanding our hands. Dear universe, I am open and receptive to all the goodness and abundance in the world. Wherever I turn, prosperity follows. I trust life and I am safe. I trust people. I trust myself. I am willing to change. I am willing to forgive. I am love. I am light. I am blessed. I am abundant. I am decisive and I make the right decisions at the right time and very quickly. I claim myself to being calm, patient, and accepting it all. I am a yes person. I am capable of doing everything I desire and I do it very easily. I am grateful. I am blessed. I shine bright, right here, right now. Thank you, angels, archangels, guardians, all ascended masters, for guiding me in this life of mine. Let's bow our heads in gratitude once again. Let's be grateful to our parents, our loved ones, Mother Earth, everything possible. And let's wish all living beings equanimity, growth, love, and happiness. With this, we can rub our hands together, feel a tingling sensation in between our arms and our hands up arms, and bless the front part of the body from top to bottom. Bless each body part. Turn your hands around. Bless them from the back down to up. The way we blessed ourselves, let's bless each other and wish us all love, light, and abundance. Love, light, and abundance wished for you, Scotchy, Priyanka, Sonakshi, Tanisha, Prashant. Be blessed, my loved ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any questions?
Prachi, how can we help our children to get into this path as early as possible?
Intentional gratitude.
Okay.
When you manifest that my children are also spiritual. Like it happened with me. I became spiritual. I was always spiritual, but I became spiritual in a very big way in the pandemic. And then I didn't try to push it into my family, but I had an intention, okay, let my family become grateful and spiritual. And then I realized Prashant said, okay, can I join your morning batch? I said, oh, wow, wonderful. 3 months, diligently he did it. Muskan, when she joined her college, she says, Mom, I'd like to do the magic book and the mirror work. Automatically, in Delhi, I tried. I read the chapter twice, thrice. The younger one wasn't interested. The older one was pretty tepid about it. But it worked because my manifestation was there. My intention was there. We can't force it down their throat because
we
it
can't
doesn't work.
force it, absolutely.
So,
But
but you know, when
always
you
like
write your
people
gratitude,
feel
when they see you writing, when they see you practicing, and when they see changes happening, and you share your reflections
in
with
the
them,
subconscious mind, they're
yeah,
picking it up.
and plus you share with them. मैंने लिखा और ऐसे हो गया, I'm feeling so good. वो
हाँ,
ऐसे हो जाता है मामा, बेटा
हाँ,
मेरे साथ तो हुआ, आप भी try कर लो.
yeah, so my daughter, she does, I mean, she knows that, I like to manifest and, these things.
Yeah.
And she's seen some things happen with her own eyes, which
Right.
was totally shocking.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe we can talk about the incident sometime later. So
Mhm.
she does, but then sometimes, you know how children are, they just feel that, Mama, it worked once, doesn't mean that it'll work always, but then she does have that. So
But
I
when she says that, na Scotchy, tell her, Petu, if this is your belief, aisa hi hoga. It's what you believe. I believe magic happens with me all the time. But if you think it works only sometimes, it's going to happen like that. You know, the problem is, this is what we have been taught. This is what unknowingly we've taught them.
Mm,
Now, to make them unlearn, we'll have to do a bit of practice.
okay.
So, and I always say, mothers and children have their umbilical cord, which is never cut. You know, it's cut at birth physically, but it's actually always there. So, if you believe something for them, it's going to work. Like your blessings work. In the night when before you go to sleep, bless them with whatever your desires are. It'll definitely come to fruition, no, undoubtedly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalo.
Thank
Lots of love, girls. Good night. I'll see you
Thank you
tomorrow
so
at 6:30.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take
you.
care. Thanks, Prashant. See you soon. Bye.